We are at McDonald's on North Bridge Street in Chillicothe. I'm Dan Ramey, and this guy here is Ron Fewster. You have been with McDonald's a good portion of your life, haven't you?
Yes, 61 years, since I was 16 years old.
We're on North Bridge Street. This is right at the corner of 2nd and Bridge.
Okay.
Was this your first location?
It was. It was a first location for a lot of things. It's the first location in the McDonald's system that was less than 50,000 population. So this was a test market, and they're very happy the way the test went.
Yeah, it's tested well, hasn't it?
It has tested very well. Yeah, a small market that they were afraid to put one store in. Now we have 4 stores in this small market.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a great community. It's a McDonald's community, and it's been very good for me.
1972 is when it started here in Chillicothe for you. It's now 2022. Try and put 50 years into perspective.
It went too fast. Met a lot of great people, and I hope I got another 10 years, but who knows. I just want to thank the community for the patronage that they've given me all these years, and welcome a young 27-year-old to the community. It seemed like 50 years went too fast, and it seemed like just yesterday we was opening this store.
And you'll be leaving a lasting impression also, making a donation to the Ross County Humane Society for their new building.
Animals have always been very special to me, especially dogs. So Melody, my wife, and myself are making a donation to the new building, the Humane Society's building. We're going to sponsor the surgery center. So we're very happy to do that, and hopefully that other businesses in the community will follow my lead and do the same.
You just had a nice check given to you.
I did! I'm excited! I knew that we were going to be getting a donation from them. I wasn't sure when, but it's huge. The surgery suite sponsorship is a huge portion of the whole project, so we're really excited.
How close are you now?
We are at 85%. We're estimating around 2 million. We're at about 1.7 right now. By the end of 2022, we'll have 1.7. 3 years ago, we were talking about remodeling the building that we have now because that was what was within our reach, and several people came to us, and we've kind of just ran with it. And I try not to cry. You know this. I just can't believe that's happening. So I'm really excited.
You all know we've been here for 50 years on this corner. And of course it was all from this guy right here, Mr. Ron Fewster, who came to Chillicothe and had a vision. And I know some of us are running around with our little t-shirts on, glad that he did. And we're very proud to be working for him and his organization. And Mel's over there in the corner. Come on, sorry.
You don't put baby in the corner.
Yeah, I know. Tell him to get over here. And then Megan had to go to Cincinnati, but Megan will be here in about an hour, so you guys will get to talk with her. Which Megan is taking over the organization from Ron, but Ron's never going to retire. I can tell you that right now. So we do have State Representative Mark Johnson that would like to do a special presentation to Ron.
Okay, thank you. For those who don't know me, I'm Mark Johnson. I'm your state representative for this region. And Ron has been an icon to our community. Came here 72 and first McDonald's in an area of less than 50,000 people. You proved it to be successful. One thing I didn't ask you outside, I've heard since I was a young man that Al Parsley invented the Big Mac.
No, he didn't.
Okay. I'm glad to get that rumor put
Jim Delegati in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, this is a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day to celebrate 50 years of success. I was talking to Dan Ramey earlier. We were talking about BBF and Burger Chef and some of your other competitors. Look around, they're gone. You're here, you've expanded. 5 locations now, counting Walmart. But McDonald's is a success story in themselves, but you surrounded yourself with the right people to be successful. And that's what the American spirit's all about. So congratulations on 50 years. My wife Kelly, she works for Senator Portman. And
The real boss.
Yeah. I get up in the morning, Ron, I said, where am I supposed to be?
And I open the book and I say, this is where. So, Senator Portman, we were with him last night, and he said for me to eat like a whole bunch of hamburgers, you know. So, he wanted to tell you how excited he was for you, and he was extending his congratulations to your commitment for 50 years and to your commitment to Chillicothe and the area. So,
Thank you so much.
congratulations.
Okay, now I would like to introduce our mayor, Mr. Luke Feeney.
Something tells me there's a theme today, and we'll be repeating some of it, but I've got this official-looking proclamation here. But what I really want to share is my sentiment and my appreciation to you, Ron, to your family. You know, McDonald's are almost ubiquitous throughout the world, right? But I think here in Chillicothe, what you and your family have done for this community, it's more than a restaurant. You and your family are part of the fabric of this community, and we appreciate you so much. Whether it's the fair or the employment, I think when people think about the generosity in this community, you're a really big part of that. So that's the sentiment that this really official proclamation shares. I just want to thank you for that. And I'll skip over some of the whereases, but I'll need some of them. Okay. So we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the day or the year that we opened here on Bridge Street. The McDonald's franchise is overseen by Mr. Fewster, a prominent, like I said, not only landscape in Chillicothe, but Waverly, Circleville, and Greenfield. Whereas, there's one, involvement with McDonald's has been a traditional family affair, and Mr. Fewster's dedication to his business and community has inspired many other employees to remain within the franchise for years. And we know that Mr. Fewster believes it is every business's responsibility to make the community a better place to live. All along the way, Mr. Fewster has striven to give back to the community, repeatedly donating to area groups, as well as supporting children through donations of 4-H and local schools. Mr. Fewster initiated a group of operators to launch the Ronald McDonald House in Columbus to support the care of ill children and their families, further showing his compassion and care for communities. His entrepreneurship and involvement in the community have been commemorated many times through JC's Citizen of the Year and the Ross County Chamber of Commerce Entrepreneur of the Year. So to commemorate all of this, it is my pleasure as the Mayor of City of Chillicothe, Ohio, to proclaim today, August 25th, 2022, as Ronald H. Fewster Day here in the City of Chillicothe. And I would invite everybody to join me in this celebration.
Well, let me ask you this. Now gets a speed ticket going home. Since it's my day, do we get the...
It's your day.
Okay.
We can make an amendment.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Janet, it's yours.
All right. I'm Mike Throne. I'm president and CEO of the Chamber here in Chillicothe, and you know, I tend to look at things in terms of longevity and how things start in a community. But a lot of things start, but then have a specific end date. And I think the great thing about Ron is his commitment to this community. Not only brought, when I was talking with Jeff earlier, and he said, this was when we felt like Chillicothe arrived, when we got a McDonald's. And it was a significant accomplishment for our community, because up to that point we had little mom and pop places, but nothing ever came here that was on a bigger scale. And so not only did it come here, but we showed that it could work and that it could expand. And so I think one of the great things, at least from my perspective as the chamber director, is when we see folks that take something, not only run with it, but then also give back to the community. Ron's been a great stalwart in the community. It's part of the reason why we named him the Entrepreneur of the Year all those years ago. And he has been kind enough to donate out of the largesse of McDonald's and these franchises back into the community, to the Humane Society, to the fair, to a lot of different organizations. Not only that, but our schools. And so we're really proud of what Ron's built here. We're happy to be in a newly renovated building, but it's still on the same spot. And so a really great tribute to Ron and all the folks that have been working here for all those years. So thank you to all of you, and thank you to you. Thanks.
Thank you. This is definitely unrehearsed, but I want to tell you something. This man here has lived the American dream. When you can take a business and grow it into what he's grown it into, and then never forget the community that you serve. He has helped out law enforcement so many times. I look that we have coffee with the sheriff down on East Main Street where we get to talk to the people that, they sponsor that for us to come in. But one thing that he's really helped with was when we had Big Mac, the drug dog. Drugs is a problem in this community, we've all seen it. But this man actually stepped up, gave money to help us get and train a dog, buy a dog, and train that dog to help fight the drug epidemic. That dog is since retired, but I'll tell you what, he has been here my whole career to support law enforcement, and you can't ask for a better community person than that.
And who started in the South?
I'd like to just say something on behalf of the partners and the things that you've done and Chillicothe you've been a part of. You've been a mentor to me, you've been a friend to me. I feel like I'm a son to you, and you're my father. And I'm just grateful for the trust that you put in me and the partners and the partnerships that we have together. Ron is an excellent partner to work with, very business-minded oriented, a lot of experience and knowledge can be gained from this gentleman. You're sharing him with me and the wisdom. And I just want to thank you on behalf of all of our partnerships that you're a part of it. I appreciate it.
To meet too.
Thank you, Ron.
Dave Reese is one of the original employees that started here at the Bridge Street McDonald's in 1972. And Dave is still with us. So Ron,
Dave, you've been here 50 years today. You know how it was when we opened.
I do.
You know how it was throughout the 50 years. You're probably the only one. And so I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you probably more than you appreciate me, Ron. You taught me a lot about when I was 16 years old and growing up. You taught me a lot more than just McDonald's.
Well, I couldn't straighten you out, but his wife, Judy, does.
She thinks she does.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We want to make this this donation to the new building, and Mel and I love the dogs, and it definitely needs to be done. The children need to be played, and we're proud to be involved and sponsor the surgery center in the new building.
We thank you very much. Thank you. We're building a new shelter.